Hello, I'm Kristen Watkins, and I'm one of the coaches here with the Freedom Club. And today we're going to talk about how to track your progress to success. Why is tracking even important? First off, so that our days are not filled with meaningless busy work. And secondly, using an e-repeatable system allows us to track our progress and gives us a clear idea if we're on target to reach our goals. Many people fail to accomplish their goals on time, not because they lack the skills and knowledge, but because they lose sight of what they want to achieve. Success is not doing 5,000 things 6 times. It's doing 6 things 5,000 times. We need to stay committed to the work that matters most. We need to find ways to measure, track, and feel good about the progress that we make each and every single day. This form may look familiar to you. This is our Steady Eddie form, and it's filled with lots and lots of great details. It allows us to pick our top 5 goals that we want to set for the next 30 days. It helps us to review our daily success rituals. It gives us the opportunity to track our leads and source where the leads are coming from, giving us a weekly overview of our total leads, our pre-approvals, closings, the volume of units that we did, how many coffee appointments, how many handwritten notes, and how much money we're able to put in our savings. This form also helps us to track our hours, and it gives us a place that we can put the information of who we spoke to on our Thor's Hammer phone calls and our Just Ask calls and our database calls, and has a place for us to keep track of our handwritten notes and also who we were able to get under contract and get pre-approved, and keep track of all of those details. But for some of you, this is more information that than you want to keep on the tracker form. So we've updated our DSP activity tracking form and have simplified it. If you look here on the top green portion with me, Monday is reflecting activities of calling our Thor's Hammer agent and our A-list of agents. On Tuesday, this is our Just Ask campaign phone calls, and on Wednesday, calling our past client database. And if we don't have a past client database, maybe our circle of influence or our BNI group. On Thursday, that's where we call our pals, our pre-approved and looking, and we also like to send out a text message to our A-list of realtors. And Freedom Friday, that's the day if we didn't get all of our activities done Monday through Thursday, that can be an overflow day for us to catch up. Or possibly we can work on some extra projects, such as getting phone burners set up or a new CRM set up. And the awesome thing is once those projects are done, we're free to take Fridays off. If you look in the blue section below, this is our big 3 DSP action. And the first line there you would find our success calls. So our goal is to reach 13 live people on the phone a day. That's where we actually get to connect with them and say hello to them, and it's not leaving a voicemail message. So if we do 13 of those 4 days a week, that would give us 52 opportunities for the week to connect with people and to ask for a referral. The next one down is in-person meetings. This is our face-to-face time. Our goal is 3 of those a day, 4 days a week. That would give us 12 for the week. Our personal notes, we want to do 5 of those. The personal handwritten notes that we send out each day, 5 of those, 4 days a week. That would give us 20 for the week, and those get mailed out snail mail. In the yellow section, this is where we track our results. So here we have our leads, and our leads convert to conversations, and from conversations, that should convert to credit pulls. From credit pulls, we want to see how many people are approvable. Did they qualify? From there, how many contracts came in, or did we get some refis and get those locked up? How about units closed for the week? And what was the volume of business that we did? And what was our personal income that went in our pocket? And how about our hours? Let's keep track of those as well. Are we working fewer hours and making more money? In the salmon colored area, this is our overview. It gives a reminder of what we did last month in units and volume, what our previous month's income was. Were we able to put 25% of that away into our Freedom Savings account? It also gives us our average loan size, that we did in the past month and what our average income was per loan. This gives us a place to put this month's current projections and then also next month's projections. Now, how many of you remember being back in high school or in college where we would do our sloppy copy for our teachers, and then we would tidy it up and give our cleaned up version into our teachers? So this is our sloppy copy of our DSP tracker. And what I recommend for my clients to do is that they print this out and have it on their desk. So that way, when you're making your phone calls and doing the work for the week, you're able to take your pen or pencil and just quickly jot in each applicable box if you were able to get a connection on a phone call, if you were able to write a handwritten personal note, did you get a lead in? Were you able to have a conversation with someone? And so by doing it quickly with a pen and pencil, you're not being distracted by going in and out of your computer and trying to update a tracker form there. This also gives you a place in the lower portion to keep track of who it was that you wrote a handwritten note to that given week. And then in the lower left corner in that white space, let's say you had a rough day and you weren't able to accomplish everything that you needed to do on your DSP. What were the obstacles that got in your way? So this little white space, you can put some notes there so that that will be your reminder when you're talking to your coach. You can talk through those bottlenecks and you can come up with some strategies so you can prevent any of those challenges in the future. So as we move forward, let's look at some examples here. Over on the far left, you'll see week 1. So when we plug in our numbers, we have a digital format, so we can take our sloppy copy and then we can plug that data into our digital format so that we can send in the nice and neat and tidy one to our coaches. As you can see here, we've plugged in some numbers. And so if we look in that blue section for action steps, you can see there were 13 live connections of phone calls on Monday, only 10 on Tuesday, 15 on Wednesday, 8 on Thursday, but they made up for it on Friday with 6. And they got their total of 52 for the week. Likewise, when you go down in the yellow area, you can see all the activity there of the results for the week. And then in the salmon color area, you can see that they had 6 units closed last month for 1.2 million. This month, they're projecting 8 units for 1.5. Next month, 10 units for 2 million. As we move forward, and you see in week 2, it will take all of your totals from the first week and carry them forward. And the great thing about this form is it totals it up for you weekly, but then it also totals it up for you with month-to-date total. If you notice down in the salmon color area, they lost a deal. It ended up rolling forward to the next month. So they reduced down to 7 units, but they are projecting 11 units for the next month. If we go into week 3, you can see that the month-to-date totals are continuing to rise, which is awesome. And in the salmon-colored area, they were able to pick up a quick refi, and their projection grew back up to 8 for the month 1.5. As we continue to roll forward through week 4 and then into week 5, you can see the totals on the far right-hand side for the month-to-date totals were 8 units for 1.5 million, and it takes that information there and the income that was in their pocket, and it takes it and moves it down automatically into that salmon colored area. So then all you have to do is copy that one line, and then when you start your new form for next month, you can just paste that right in, and you're good to go to start your next month of activity. We've also set up a tracker form for your loan partners. A few little changes in the blue section. You'll notice that there are no face-to-face appointments to be noted there. Also in the yellow results section, you'll see that we've pulled out the units in the loan volume for the closings, because that's not really applicable to the loan partner. The loan partner is actually closing your loan volume, and that would be noted on your tracker form. What we would recommend is that your loan partner partner at the end of the week take your sloppy copy, and the loan partner has a sloppy copy version that they can use as well, and they can plug in all the total numbers for you to forward over to your coach at the end of each week. Here's an example of what an entire month would look like, all filled in digitally, and this would continue to grow, and you would forward it each week over to your coach. So in closing here, Jim Rohn has a question. Am I making the progress I want, and will it take me where I want to go now and in the future? So we're here to help you track your success into the future. And we're looking forward to seeing your amazing results. Thanks for joining me today.